Alright, hello everybody, Jackson98 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. In the last part, we ended up taking on the Steel Aragon, and I believe the Diablo's quests? Something like that. Some quest, in 9-star, and basically what that means is all quests have been completed. And all that remains is the 3 urgents left in the game. So, that means we're starting off with the 4 urgents, sorry. First of 4 urgents in the game. And it is the Ivory Lagiacrus. To get this quest, you have to complete all the key quests in 9 stars. So, there are different ways to get all the quests in the game. So, keep that in mind. Or to get the last 4 urgent quests that are left in the game, and I'll go over them when we get them. So, he's going to spawn in Area 7. I believe there's a cutscene. Here we go, guys. This is it. The Ivory Lagiacrus. Starting off the fights, the Ivory Lagiacrus is a lot like the Lagiacrus, except it's mostly a land monster. The Ivory version tends to be on land a lot more than it is in the sea. Most of its attacks are the same as the regular Lagiacrus, except its lightning attacks are insanely devastating. You do not want to take damage from them because they are ridiculously powerful. And oh my gosh, you have to be careful of that. The Ivory Lagiacrus has the ability to shoot out lightning balls like the regular Lagiacrus does, except he normally doesn't do it in the water. And look at that, that is freaking insane how much damage that just did. And of course his lightning shock is insanely long distance. You gotta be careful of the tail whips and stuff that he does and all that kind of stuff. He's got the body slam, which his body slam is a little bit more wavy kind of. It extends, it has a longer length. Of course, gotta avoid lightning blight or electricity blight, whatever you want to call that. That's one thing you want to avoid. Just move forward and roll forward right before he's about to lunge for that attack. We'll get out of the way of that. Don't want to get hit by that. Okay, now we're gonna get. Okay, good. Okay, phew. Thought we were gonna get struck by his lightning there. That could have been bad because that lightning is devastating. Yeah, okay, that is nearly unavoidable right there if you're anywhere close to him, so don't even bother trying. It's not worth it. And lightning strike. Okay, so time to heal. Luckily, we have decent thunder resistance and everything else, so, and we have really good armor, G-rank version armor. So that's good. For this quest you have to bring Cha-Cha and Kayamba because the mask needs to be charged with lightning, so you have to bring them. I have seen fighting this guy in water, but it is very rare to see. You don't see it like ever. You normally always fight the Ivory Lagiacrus on land, and that's part of what makes the fight a little bit easier, because you don't fight him in water, and of course underwater monsters are hard as crap, but they upped his difficulty like crazy because he has much more lightning attacks. And good God, are they ridiculously powerful. Now, this fight might not seem very hard for me to take on, and that's mostly because of the fact that I have G-rank armor and a G-rank weapon. So, if you were coming into this fight with, say, I don't know, high-rank weapons and high-rank armor, you could have a bit of a challenge here. But for the sake of the Let's Play and time constraints, keeping videos down into a minimum and not trying to go to 200 parts per video, I decided I was going to get G-rank armor and all that kind of stuff. So we did, and we broke his claws there, so that was good. And okay, the Ivory version has all the same breakable spots as the regular version. The real only distinctive differences are his lightning attacks and his ability to mostly be on land most of the time, which makes getting to his horns a heck of a hard time if you're not a gunner. It's really hard to get there. Best chance you'll get to break his horns is if he's knocked over, which yes, he can get knocked over just like the regular Lagiacrus, so That's the best time to strike for his horns. Or if you can get a good strike, like I almost did there. Luckily those Jaggies absorbed that shock. He also has this, which is his bigger version of the shock, which just is the same as Lagiacrus, has those little sparks that go by, and you can't even get anywhere close to him if he does that. To tell if he's in rage mode, his eyes will be red and his stuff will be sparking electricity. So, and usually he does that move right there more when he's in rage mode. So, it sparks the electric balls and oh, good! Oh, Kayamba, you beast! Wow! You see how awesome that was? Freaking Kayamba struck him on the head and knocked him over right as he was about to lunge. He can also use that that forward lunge. He'll combine that with electricity, just like the regular Lagiacrus does in water sometimes when it's in rage mode. So yeah, he can do that, and that can be a little devastating. So you want to watch out for that. And of course, sometimes when he shoots off his lightning balls, if he shoots them off, and they're the smaller versions, the one that don't create the puddles. See right there, we weren't even close. He just creates a complete force field around himself, and it's devastating. But lightning balls, sometimes he'll shoot one and then back up and then shoot a second, and those are the ones that won't create the surges. Like that surge right there, it creates 3 puddles of electricity, and he usually does. Okay, wow, he's doing those 3 times in a row, I guess. Okay, I can't even do anything right now. I need to get this Nullberry. There we go. And looks like he's going to be leaving the area. He goes to area 6 to eat, to digest some food when he gets hungry. So that's his eating spot. And you normally, like I said, you normally don't see him go to the water unless you take a really long time on this fight. He'll make it all the way out into area 10, I believe. So yeah. Indigestion, that's right. I'll just smash his stomach while he's eating. That's gotta hurt. He's still hungry, that's good. We didn't even give him a chance. Of course, you gotta worry about the annoying Jaggies. Don't worry about that, because when he's hungry, of course, you know, monsters can't use their special attacks when they're hungry. Or when they're tired, more so. So he can't use his lightning shocks, and his lightning balls aren't going to be able to... He can't shoot lightning balls either. All he can do is bite and hit you with his massive body. I really like the look of the Ivory Lagiacrus, how it's all white and blue, and still resembles the regular one a little bit with the blue color, but not by much. Yeah, I think he can still shoot off his lightning balls, just that he's a lot slower with them. He also had, you know, that forward slam that the regular one has. There's not much differences between the two, it's just the lightning attacks, like I said, are the real main differences. So, still same kind of basic attacks and stuff. Just the difference between being on land and sea and the lightning attacks, which are ridiculously powerful in this one. So, there's also a third counterpart to the third subspecies of the regular Lagiacrus, and that is the Abyssal Lagiacrus. It's only fought online, and you have to be high rank or HR 70 or up to have the quest unlocked, and you have to be HR 8 or up to be able to join the quest. So you have to be very high to fight that thing, and good God, it's ridiculously powerful. However, there's a glitch for gunners and bow users where you can just sit in one spot and it can't pass through, and you can just get as many hits as you want on it. I mean, it's basically just free. You can't get damage, basically. And it defeats the fight. You fight it in the underwater ruins, too, which is a cool spot to fight it in. So we've already got him limping. Like I said, the fight would be a lot harder. Considering this is technically what is to be the final fight of the game, in a sense, it's a little it's supposed to be difficult, but because we have these high weapons, it's not very difficult. And I believe Kayamba's mask is actually shining now that we're in this fight, because I remember they did say something about it shining during the Zinogre fight. However, I don't know if that was real or if that's noticeable, or if that's just something that they say and it never really was noticeable. Yeah, it looks kind of the same. But after this fight, I don't believe we'll be able to go right into the next fight in the same video, because I believe there are credits that play after this fight. Either that, or it's after a different fight. It's either this or the third fight. The third urgent is when we see the credits. So there we go. Get a good strike on him there. He should be down pretty soon. Got a good hit on his head there. Get out of the way of the lightning attacks. Avoid his bot. Oh, we just barely avoided that. We were at the tip of his tail there. Alright, we'll let him shock as we charge up our hammer. And we come down on him. Oh, yeah, there we go. Horns broke. Perfect. I was talking about how hard it is to break those horns, and I just took him down. That was good. Yes, he's flipped over. Perfect time to get a spinning strike. Bam, there we go. That was good. Ah, he's coming through with his bites. Alright. Yeah, okay, now, yeah, see, this is his triple attack. He just shoots out the lightning balls, and... Is he? No, don't tell me he's doing it. He's actually going to the water. That's right, he jumps off through here, I forgot. He's different. He's the only monster that's able to go into that puddle of water. Which means he's going to go to area 11 now, so we are going to have to fight him underwater. Okay, I thought to get to the water, he traveled all the way through areas like 5 and 9. I forgot that he goes through that patch. Yeah, I have seen that happen before. So you have to go all the way up into area 11, because I believe it is area 11 where he spawns. I don't think it's area 10. So yeah, that's a little bit of an annoyance right there, because I was not looking forward to fighting this guy in water. But luckily he's almost dead, so it doesn't matter really. Honestly, it doesn't really matter to me whether we fight him in water or not, because it's just like fighting a regular Lagiacrus. And there we go, it's done. So that's going to not be it. We'll meet back at the village. Never mind. So I'll see you guys there. Yeah, right, there we go. We got the ultimate mask. That's pretty awesome. So, there we go, guys. Alright, guys, so that's it right there. That was what is referred to as the last quest of the game, and oh my gosh, I love that ending right there. Oh, I love that so much. Just the way it's the intro to Monster Hunter 3, Monster Hunter 3 Try, and just, I love that. Best ending to this game. Just the way how it's an entire remake with added stuff, and then they end it by adding that in. It's so awesome. I love how they add the Cha-Cha and Kyamba stuff in there. It's so cool to see. And it kind of explains what happened to them and how the ancient mask, or not the ancient mask, the ultimate mask was what they were searching for, and then they lost it, and then now the Rathalos didn't technically steal it, but he it ended up in his possession with him, and so that's why we had to fight the Rathalos to get the mask back in that one mission, and that's also explains why Cha-Cha, we had to save him from the Jagias, because in that end cutscene he falls into the Jagia nest, and of course Kyamba's out on his own, so eventually he goes and finds the Durambros, which, oh god, that was terrible, that fight. Ugh, bad memories. But yeah, that's Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. However, that's not the end of the game yet. There are still 3 quests left, as I said before. There's 4 urgent quests left in the end of the game. And the next quest you have to complete, you'll unlock right after completing this mission right here. So, you know, you got that. And the third quest, the only way you can get the third quest, the third urgent, you have to have completed every quest in the game prior to it. So, every star, every quest, all of them, yeah. The gathering quests, the capturing quests, the hunt, all of them. Every single one has to be completed to get the third quest. So that's why I made this 100% Let's Play, so I could show that. And then the fourth quest, which is a very interesting one, I'll tell you that. And it's actually pretty cool that they put it in on Village for this game. You have to have completed the third quest, which is, to get that, you have to have had every quest completed. So basically, just have every quest completed in the game, and you'll get all 4 of these urgents at the end of the game. So that's how that works. I also like how in this credits they have kind of like a slowed down version of the Cedius fight music with the chanting and stuff. And then they also show off a bunch of armor sets as well as a bunch of monsters. Like there's Gabul. Oh, there we have the awesome Brachydios with the long sword. I love that long sword. Such a cool long sword. The guy's carrying the egg, running from the Raven. I like these credits. Dang, that's interesting to finally. I mean, I was just thinking today that this is it, really. I'm recording the last 4 quests all on the same day, so this will be it for my recordings, and then I'll just have to edit them and upload them, which is that's the fun part, though. Not really the fun part. The fun part's recording them. That's the tedious part, but it's not hard to edit videos and stuff for what I do. I still cannot believe it's like a guy with his bow gun kind of failing there, shoot it far. I never did actually get to show off all the weapons in the game. I mean, I got to show off 3, so it's not like I kept the same weapon for the whole game, which is good. Is what I kind of didn't want to do. After having the Kelby bow for a long time, I was like, all right, you know what? It's not working for me, and I want to switch weapons, and I don't want to have this thing the whole game, because a lot of people think it's cheap and everything, when honestly it's not cheap at all online. I mean offline. For single player, it's a pretty crappy weapon for single player, I must say. Whereas the Grand Gigas Hammer is just very effective against anything, solo or online. If you have a group with the Kelby, I already talked about it. If you have a group with the Kelby bow, it's overpowered as crap, but offline it's not at all. I love the intro sound of this, like the intro music to this game. It's just, I don't know, I just love it so much. This game has such a good soundtrack, I must say. Like, oh gosh, if you guys actually like listen through the whole soundtrack, I like how these guys here, like the Port Tanzia, have little Kurapikos on their hats, which is kind of cool. Nagakuga. Plus, yeah, the interesting monster. He's a weird one. It's just that oddball out, really, in my opinion. I don't really know. I think I did show off Port Tanzia, so I don't think there's much there. I also wanted to talk about how in these credits, I might return to online quests at some point. I believe that's Barioth armor. I thought that was Ivory Lagiacrus, but it's Barioth. I might return to online quests at some point in the game later in the future. I don't know for sure if I will. It might be a long while down the line. If any of you guys that watch would be interested to have this game and you want to do online quests with me, we could definitely do something. And you guys could be in the videos with me and stuff. So that would be pretty to play with. But someday I might return to online quests. Might show some of the online exclusive monsters, like the green Jade Plesiath, as they call it. It's green. It's really green, but the Stygian Zinogre, Savage Devil Joe, the Dire Morales, Goldbeard Cedius, Lucid Nargacuga, Gold Raven, Silver Athelos, Abyssal Lagiacrus. I might show some of those later down the line. I might just show them on my other account because I have all those quests unlocked and everything. So I might end up just doing that instead of playing on this account for them. Who knows what I'll do. But these credits are just about over here almost. They should be done pretty soon. Yeah, we're getting to the end here. You can tell by the music and the background and everything, it's not fading through the clips. And that's it, guys. Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. Thanks for playing. We'll return next time for the next 3 quests of the game. See you guys then.